Okay, we're good to go. Wonderful, wonderful. So let me just see a couple more things. Okay, should be recorded now. Welcome everyone. Another night, another amazing AMA with our guys from DaddyShiba. Well, DaddyShiba is quite an interesting project. At first glance, I'm not gonna lie to you, the name was a little basic to me, like Shiba, DaddyShiba, Grandpa Shiba. But getting into it, I did realize that you guys have something interesting going on. That you guys have an actual decent project going on that I want you to share with our investors tonight. So the first thing we're going to do is just get to know each other better. I think that makes us a lot more comfortable when it comes to talk about the project later on. So, JK, if you don't mind it, tell us a little about your background in crypto and who you are as a person to tell us a little about you.
Cool. So, yeah, I have been in crypto for about a year now. Sort of started off mainly as an investor, and things sort of started. There's a lot of scams, a lot of rugs, everything sort of popping up. I think it's pretty much
Sure.
what everybody says, isn't it? So we just, I met MK through mostly promoting through CMS and everything, and then we sort of just got together, and we've launched a couple of projects. The previous ones were sort of low key, minor scale ones, but we've always wanted to try and launch something a bit more serious. So we've been planning this one for a wee while. In terms of myself, I'm a civil engineer for a local council over in New Zealand, which I've been for the last 10 years now. Yeah, and I guess our aim with this is just to try and bring something different to the crypto space and something safe and profitable for everyone. Something that they can. So we've KYC'd with docs. Someone's got a bit of feedback going on there. So yeah, we've KYC'd with docs. We're just trying to make something safe and profitable for people that they can put their money in and be sure that we're not going to take it away from them.
So lovely. Yeah, I do see you guys having a great run with this project. Feel very confident from what I've seen. Work's been done very well in terms of graphics, in terms of project, in terms of the team. Everything seems pretty solid. I am picky with the projects that we do AMAs with. I tend to be very picky. And Travladd too, Travis is super picky too. We don't allow everyone to have AMAs with us every day. Otherwise, we could have like 6 AMAs a day, but that's not the case. We want to select the best looking projects. So seems great. Is this your first project? Like the first project you create as a CEO, as a dev?
Oh, no, so we've done a couple of low key, I guess you could say, more sort of for experience. We've done some previous ones, but this is our first one that we've put all our we've shifted all our focus onto. It's our first pre-sale project. Previous ones have just been sort of low cap fair launches. We've learned a lot from those, and we're just hoping to bring that experience to this project. So this is our first one that we are fully trying to develop a use case for, fully trying to take long term. And we've learned a lot from our past projects and bringing that experience to this.
That sounds really nice. Wonderful. Okay, so now let's dive into a little bit of content in regards to your project. Let's talk about, let's get our hands in the mass. Let's start diving into more technical questions, start talking about. I want to divide it in segments. I do divide it in several segments when I talk about this. First of all, I talk about the team. How big is the team? How professional is the team? What's the experience of the team? Then we talk about community as well. How big is the community? The goals. Then we jump into the marketing side. What are the marketing plans? Short-term, long-term marketing. And then finally, we talk a little about the technical numbers and tokenomics and so on. So, first thing, the team. So far, I've met MK, GK. You guys are definitely super lovely and super polite to talk to, which is. But we do want to know what is the team's itself, like the team's background. How big is the team? How many people are involved? And if you have a plan, how many people do you expect to get on board in the short run and in the long run?
Yeah, cool. So there's me and myself. Myself and MK, who are the lead devs for this, the two of us. We've got Dubs, who was going to try to join, but she's having bad reception issues. She's looking after most of our marketing. She's done an excellent job to date. So we are sort of the three core members, and then in the group we've got about 20 odd people behind us, just different time zones. We've got 3 or 4 mods that are just constantly active. They've been amazing. And then we've just got others in behind them as well, just for support through those hours where we can't be 100% active. So the team is very big. MK's sister is our main game developer. So we've kept it pretty tight. We've kept it to a group of people that we know and we can trust. And so far they've been delivering very well.
Sounds lovely. Do you feel that you have enough people in the team in order to keep developing? Do you feel like you will need to hire new people in the short run, in the short term? What do you think?
In the short term, no. I think in the short term, we are looking to get this game and everything developed. And then once we go further into, so we've got the initial game, sort of the phase 1 game that we're looking to roll out. We've had it on our website live already. We're just taking it down to try and get the leaderboard implemented into it. Once we've got that on, then yes, we will probably need to look to expand our team to a bit more serious software engineers and stuff to develop the main game. But at this stage, I think what we've got in house is really good, and we're utilizing that as much as possible. But yeah, just like any project, the more it grows and the more you try to develop, the more we're going to have to look to people. So we're just focusing on our core stuff right now, and then once we expand into other aspects, like if we go into NFTs, if we go into further developing a marketplace or staking options or anything, that's when we would have to look to those sort of specialist people, and we would look to expand a bit further.
Sweet, perfect. One thing I was curious about, I have a lot of mates in I guess you're from Australia, right? Or New Zealand? New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand's a bit rough.
About the legal terms of crypto in New Zealand. Since you guys share quite a few laws with Australia too as a government, how is crypto right there? Like, is it legal? Are you guys okay with legal terms?
There's nothing. Well, yeah, it's not. There is some businesses here that accept crypto as payment, yeah, but in terms of the government, they don't really talk about it too much. I think they're okay with it. Like it's not a China thing where they're saying no, you cannot use it. So yeah, we have businesses that accept it. There's trading that goes on. We've got a couple of like New Zealand-based platforms for buying and selling. So they're not against it, but they don't push it at the same time.
Got it. No, I was just interested because you never know, when you start one of these projects, you do pretend and expect. I'm hoping for you guys to keep growing until you might be you might even become a legal entity yourselves as the name of DaddyShiba in New Zealand. So that's why I was asking. But you'll look into that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be looking.
Yeah. There's in terms of that, there's no issues. There is a couple of projects that have made legal entities in New Zealand already.
Nice,
I don't
lovely.
think at the moment, but they started off as a legal entity to start with.
Great.
But we've got a tax system and everything for cryptocurrency, so it's not something that's been written off.
Lovely, great.
Like I said, I think they sort of just take a back step on that one and just let it roll.
Right. Yeah, that was just a random question. I was just thinking, because I have a few friends in Australia. So my first thought is that you were Australian, but then all of a sudden something clicked and I was like, New Zealand. Yes, that's right. So yeah,
Close, close.
a question about the legal terms. Well, okay, guys. Now let's talk a little about Daddy Shiba. How is Daddy Shiba born? How do you guys come up with Daddy Shiba? Why Daddy Shiba? What are the objectives of this project, and how do you expect to keep running it for for quite a bit of time?
So we mainly the name itself came about just from the meme or the meme. I'm not sure how you say it. I'm a boomer. But the name came from we're trying to feed off the meme hype, and that's where that name came from. In terms of long term, like we said, we're trying to develop this game, this play to earn game, which will have its main focus being on a leaderboard style. So you'll have we'll have weekly prizes or daily prizes, or but we're still to confirm. But basically, your leaderboard score will be then multiplied by your holdings in DaddyShiba. So it's going to be an ongoing marketing, and we're hoping that people that are yeah, thanks. Have the ongoing marketing and the fact that you're encouraged to dollar cost average to increase your holdings to win those prizes later on is going to help us in those tough times.
Sounds definitely lovely. I did want to cover a few more things, which is what kind of objectives do you have with Daddy Shiba? Not as in numbers, but as in growth of a project. Because everything starts this way, but then I do think it's suitable if you have certain goals to kind of justify those goals. Like, hey, I want to get to this point doing this. I want to get to 1 million market cap, and this is how I'm going to reach it, and this is how much potential my project has. As Daddy Shiba. Tell us a little about the development of Daddy Shiba. Are you guys looking to find new utilities? Are you guys trying to get this to be something new in DeFi? Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so we're constantly growing. We've got a few things lined up that we're just waiting to roll out as we speak. We are mainly also looking to focus on the gaming side of it. So the gaming side, we're trying to get this first stage sort of rolled out in the next coming days with any luck, and then building on that. So we do have a lot more marketing, which Dubs has just joined. She's got her hand up, so she can sort of feed a bit more into that. But right now we have some key things we're looking to roll out. We're just trying to get the timing of that right. And then in terms of developing further down the line, that's where we will look to implement this game. And once that's done, that's when we'll start to shift our focus to other types of utilities. If we do look to develop an NFT marketplace, if we look to develop like our own line of NFTs or our own NFT marketplace, or look to collaborations with other projects or exchanges, etc.
Lovely.
So we've just got a sort of a core focus that we're trying to focus on right now and get that rolled out, rather than having our mind in 5 different areas, trying to bring them all together at once.
Got it. Yeah, sounds pretty nice. Lovely. I do expect. Well, I mean, that's just your project, but I do expect. When I invest into a project, I do like to see growth and utility too. Not gonna lie to you. A lot of projects are coming up saying, "Yeah, we're going to develop a game." At the end of the day, the games, yes, they do have revenue. You can definitely get a nice ROI in the development of a game. But if everyone starts making games, like, we're not going to have hands to play all of these games that are being built in DeFi. So I guess you guys, looking at your background and looking at all of the things you've got, you will definitely sort out some utilities that can be applied to DaddyShiba in regards to making it a lot more appealing for other investors too, as you grow.
Yeah, so we aren't looking for any ROI on the games. The ROI, the game is purely based for the people, and we're trying to cross over those two spaces so that you've got the gaming space crossing over with the crypto space. So the point of the game is that we are trying to use that as almost free marketing, where people are encouraged to hold more DaddyShiba. So, for example, your final score, say you hold 1%, your final score in the game is 100. You times by 1%. If your final score is 100 and you hold 0.5%, it's times by 0.5. So it's trying to encourage those people that like to play the games, that like to win. And we've had games going on the Telegram pretty much since before we launched, and the response to that has been massive. And that's simply like a $50 first place prize, and people love it. And we get people that come in just purely to play the game and try and win. So I think if we implement that alongside your having to have a certain amount of holdings to try and multiply your score, I think we're going to get that good, nice crossover, and we're going to get that good interaction.
Lovely. Yeah, it's I think we can describe DaddyShiba as a purely community token, like 100% a community token, right? Everything you guys are doing, you're doing it for the community at the end of the day. Is that how we can tag DaddyShiba?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, our gaming is there's no ROI for us. It's there's nothing for it for us. We're purely developing it for the community. All the prizes are for the community. We're not charging anything. We're just saying we want you to hold our token, and the more that you hold, the more you'll be rewarded.
Lovely. Yeah,
and so that then feeds on to the existing holders. So the more that people put in, the existing holders, the early holders get the benefits. And now, it's the perfect time to start dollar cost averaging, because when that rolls out, if you're a gamer and you love gaming, you love winning prizes, you're going to be set from now compared to trying to load up when we're a bit higher up in the market cap.
Makes complete sense. Wonderful. Great to hear. I wanted to just point out that just trying to tag the project as in a community project, because we get projects of all kinds here. We get projects that are linked to other companies. We get projects that just want to do their own thing. Then we get projects that are devoted for the community. I do feel like from what we see, DaddyShiba is a community token, quite a classical style of community token where you just get rewarded by holding. That's just great. You just have to hold, and then you just get rewarded. Lovely to hear. Now, GK,
Exactly, and I think
sorry,
those that have been holding since day one. So we also reward in Doge. And I'd say those that have been holding since day one have probably got their investment back just in the Doge rewards, just from the pure volume that we've had.
Really?
So you're not only being rewarded with the game, you're being rewarded with Doge as well. And we all know Doge is it's sitting pretty low right now. It's quite low compared to its all-time high. So the potential for that to grow as well is great.
Surely, yeah. I was just about to say that too. I mean, at the end of the day, this is also a token that is rewarding you from holding with actual tangible token, which is dope. Where you can just, as GK said, make your investment back just from holding, which is nice. I like reward tokens when they are done properly. Diving into the marketing side. I'm not sure if Dubs wants to talk to us through the marketing campaign, if her connection is good. If not, you can just tell us, GK. First of all, what's the marketing you've done until today? How much room of improvement is there in the marketing planning? And also, what's the budget? Like, how much money do you guys want to spend in marketing? If that's not too intrusive.
I'll take it. So we've done quite a lot of marketing to date. I just have to convert New Zealand to US. We've spent close to 40, 50 grand in marketing to date. We still have a lot of stuff to come. So we had a private sale before launch, and all of that went straight to marketing. We also had 50 B&B worth of marketing placed out from the pre-sale that was sold. The rest of it went straight into the liquidity pool. We've still got some funds lined up. We've got some things we've paid for which we haven't rolled out yet. We are waiting for some big things to come. So there is still some major marketing to come. And then we've got our PooCoin banners running now. They've been running for the last 2 days. I think just before the launch, they went live. We've got 4chan banners going, and we'll just keep rolling these out as much as possible. Like I said, we are still waiting for some big things to come, and then once that happens, we're going to jump straight on top of that. And then it's just really keeping that name active and keeping it out there. Getting our development of our game sorted is our next step as well. And then just pretty much just feeding as much as we can out into the community, trying to get our name known, trying to get people in and keeping them in. And we've found, even just from the Telegram games that we've implemented, different giveaways that we've implemented, it keeps people engaged, and it keeps people in the chat. We've also got, which was just reminding me, thanks very much. We've also got a giveaway at the moment where we are paying 30 BNB for someone who can get Elon Musk to talk about DaddyShiba too. So anyone out there wanting to make 30 BNB, if you live near Elon, get it done and get back to us. We're not afraid to spend the money because we're a firm believer you've got to spend it to make it. So, and we've shown this with our marketing to date.
Lovely. Lovely. I mean, really, really nice things. Marketing seems getting on very, very well. You guys covered really nice numbers for the pre-sale. You guys are still getting nice volumes. Well, I guess you had a very, very nice candle today too. There's a nice green candle going on. Hopefully a reversal point for you where you guys can just get back to, get back to an all-time high, hopefully. I do believe, guys, that you are right now in a moment where a nice marketing push could really do very, very, very well for you. So again, really nice moment to invest for people. I think a very, very good investment point. I was just checking that.
Yeah, we've got some big things to come. We've got some big things that we've definitely lined up, and we've held some funds back for that. We've just had a couple of delays on them, but yeah, once they come through, we're very confident there'll be a good reversal.
That sounds sweet. Yeah, I've been checking you guys since I got to know I had an AMA with you. One of the things I'm checking is, the hype your community creates is very good. Like, even like from the very first moment that you booked an AMA with us, everyone was in here in the chat doing nice shilling, saying we have an AMA with you guys tonight. So your community is definitely strong. We definitely have
we've got a great community. We've got a great team that's looking after the chat and keeping the hype as well, and just keeping the positive vibes. We're big believers that anything negative shouldn't be posted in a chat. If anyone's got a problem, I'm approachable and I'm pretty responsive in DM. So if anyone's got a problem, I would rather they talk to me directly before putting anything negative in the chat, and just keeping the chat as positive as possible. And the team are doing a great job of that.
Lovely. Great, GK. Now that we talked about the marketing, we covered a few things related to the budgets that you guys are managing and the money you've spent. I think 40 grand, 50 grand is a very, very nice number for the little time you guys been in the market for. So congratulations on that. I love teams that spend money on marketing and are not afraid of going all in, and that's just to admire, to be honest.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to question us on that, Dubs has got pretty much everything that we've spent in a list. So yeah, we haven't been shy on that for sure.
Hey guys.
Hey Dubs, nice meeting you.
Sorry, my signal's been really, really bad. I've been trying to talk for a while. I just put a little note in my bio just to say I've been trying to talk. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on the marketing just for a few minutes, guys. Just because I had DK speaking there. Like we've done a lot for marketing. We've obviously done the usual Telegram, Twitter promotions, but then we've also tried to touch on like the PooCoin ads and specific ad targeting So not just PooCoin, across like kind of alternative like crypto DeFi websites and things like that. We're up on 4chan with our banner ads as well, which is quite good. It brings people in. So we're trying to use like a variety of different methods, but at the moment we're just kind of waiting on something that's going to give us the exposure that we kind of need worldwide. And we're hoping that gives us a nice lawn and we can continue with other marketing strategies. And we're basically going to utilize TG, Twitter, specific ad targeting. But one of the things that I just wanted to explain about the team is that once we have updates and development of the game, we can use that to market DaddyShiba as well. Instead of just marketing crypto, we can market the game as well. So you expect to see kind of like partnerships, collaborations with like, let's say Twitch streamers, people like that, YouTubers, so we can kind of like further the audience that we're reaching. So that's kind of like the main focus. I don't want to take too much time on it because I'm kind of aware that we're kind of like 30 minutes in. But yeah, sorry guys, that's just a little update from me.
That's lovely, Dubs. I do see you guys doing the work, putting the work it requires. I do recommend you, if you guys want to get more international reach, jump into more AMAs like this one. You guys get to show yourselves, and it's really more personal than just doing some random marketing around, just marketing DaddyShiba as itself. At the end of the day, if you're a community-based token, talking to the communities is the best way to reach people, and then for people to see you and say, oh well, it looks nice, these guys are definitely doing it. So just a bit of advice, these kinds of things work really well for reach, you know. Thank you so much, Dubs. I mean, lovely talking to you. I'm sorry that your signal is so bad. That's so sad to hear, but that's all right. We'll talk next time. Now, in regards to the technical numbers, the tokenomics, and all of that, tell us a little about the tokenomics, GK. What are the tokenomics like? Tell us a little about the numbers you chose. How are the rewards working? Do you guys have a dashboard to check the rewards? Do you guys have do you guys keep track of all of the money you have given to the community? Give us a little bit of details on those numbers. Thank you.
Yes, I'll start with the tokenomics. The rewards are set at 2%, and we find this very important because you see a lot of projects pretty much tank immediately because their rewards, and they market it, you know, we've got 15% rewards. That contract is selling, you're paying 20 odd percent in tax plus, because normally by the time you have marketing liquidity, you're paying up to 25% in tax. So by the time you buy and sell, you've lost 50%. You may have gained, you know, $100 worth of rewards, but you probably lost more on your investment. And every time the contract sells, you're selling that 15% every time. It's a massive sale. So we're trying to not only increase your rewards, but increase the investment as well, and try and keep that chart as healthy as possible. So that's where we've gone with the 2%. And it's worked well. We do have a dashboard on our website, and that you can simply, we're working on trying to get it to connect to Trust Wallet, which is not working right now. But you can go on the dashboard and you just simply paste your address in. It'll tell you how much you have earned, or how much you're eligible to claim, so that you don't have to, use your gas fees to claim it. Because a lot of people, I find, get quite excited about it. They go and claim their rewards and end up paying more gas than anything. So we've got this on the website so you can see how much you're entitled to, so you don't have to go and pay that $4 to get your $1 of Doge. It also tells you how much to date that you have earned, and then below that it tells you how much in total we've paid out. And to date, it's around 30 BNB worth of Doge that we've paid out. We do then have taxes. Our total tax is 11%. The other 9% goes towards liquidity and marketing. And we believe that's very important too. So our liquidity is building very nicely. It's very stable right now. If we start getting into the millions and the higher market caps, it's going to be very important to have that stable liquidity. And then marketing, as we all know, marketing is key. So total tax is 11. It's very, we find it's quite a low tax for a rewards token, which this is inviting too.
Yes, sir. Super nice tax. That's something I wanted to mention straight after asking you. Lovely tax for a reward token. Again, guys, at the end of the day, it's just like GK said, you are gaining in proportion of how much you lost in your first investment at the end of the day. Now, these projects offering you 20% of rewards in whatever, in let's say BNB. At the end of the day, you're paying that in taxes. All people, everyone's paying that in taxes. So what I liked about DaddyShiba is that it is a reward token that keeps it nice, that keeps it steady, that doesn't, jump into crazy percentages of taxes and it's really nice. Proportion between market cap and liquidity for me is perfect. It is 1 to 3 more or less. You have 100k liquidity, 300k market cap. Perfect. Honestly, I could easily jump in with a 10k buy right now with that liquidity without any worries, and the chart holding well, not doing crazy bumps and crazy dumps. So a very nice and stable proportion, the one you have. As in tokenomics, guys, I have to really reward you and say congratulate you. I mean, and say congratulations, because you've guys got a very nice and stable chart going on. As in terms of numbers and percentages, that's just spot on. So that's great. Lovely. Great. I wanted to ask you, well, I think ownership's not renounced, of course. No need for that.
No, it's not. No.
No worries. Audits, have there been done any audits?
We haven't had any audits completed just yet. We are looking to go to a tech rate audit as our first protocol. I think that a lot of the bots that are currently running around give a pretty good summary of contract issues and potential flags. But yeah, we are definitely looking to get a tech rate audit done as a first stop, and then later down the line going through the CerTech audit.
Lovely. I do believe that is it Desserts of Finance is doing very nice audits too. Pretty affordable. I think with a 5 bean, you get the promo, you get a full audit. So my recommendation before tech rate, I'd go for Dessert. Dessert Finance does a lot better. Probably same prices, maybe a little higher, but very similar to tech rate. Their audits are a lot better. They look a lot sharper, and the marketing they're going to do for you is a lot better too. So my personal recommendation, Dessert Finance right now. If you don't want to spend too much. Okay.
I'll catch up with you after and get the details.
Definitely do so. It's not expensive. Cool. It's not expensive. They work very well, and this is not paid promo. Okay, I don't work for Desert Finance. I have nothing to do with them, but I have had experiences with it. Being a marketing manager myself for projects, when I'm looking for a decent priced audit and a good service and a good marketing from the company, Desert Finance does the job very well. So I don't like tech rate too much, to be honest. So just personal advice.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that instead.
Lovely. I think we covered a lot of things, DK. I mean, we talked about marketing, we talked about tokenomics, we talked about the team, we talked about the project, the goals. Dobbs definitely introduced us to a little bit into the marketing that you guys are heading to. Things are looking great for you guys. I do want to say it's a great entry point as well on the chart. Chart is looking very nice. I think we're going to jump into questions, guys. We are going to have a questionnaire kind of like 20 minutes of questions. So if you guys can be raising your hands, GK is going to answer your questions. We see a lot of people clicking already. GK, you can choose the first one yourself. Adam, Berg, Johnny, Maximus, Andrew, Solplex.
Oh yeah, I think Josh has had his hand up for quite a while. We'll go with him, Joshua.
Let's go for Joshua Crowley. Once again, my friend Joshua. Hello, mate. How's it going?
It's going good, guys. So I just got one little question. I heard you jumped on Sheba. You wanted to get on the hype, but what about the daddy part? Well, where did we get that from?
Well, we couldn't call ourselves Sheba, but I think the whole daddy baby Mimi train is what we were trying to jump on with that.
I got okay.
I reckon the daddy was missing. We got the babies. We got maybe the daddy was missing. Yeah. Next one is going to be the Grandpa Sheba.
Yeah. They're never ending.
Yeah, no, but it's lovely. I mean, it is nice. I'm not against following the trends. I'm all for it, to be honest. So love it. It's a good marketing move to get a nice project going. Is that it, Joshua? Do you have any other questions?
Actually, let me just ask. Do you plan on moving to mobile or anything with the game, or are you just going to hang out where you're at?
Yeah,
right
so
now?
it'll be on our website, which will be mobile accessible as well. And then long term, when we look to develop the D app, it'll be within there as well. And that D app will be for mobile as well.
Perfect. All right, I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
my brother.
Josh.
Cheers, Joshua. Lovely having you as always. Thank you for being so constant. Someone else. Let me choose the next one. I'm gonna go for Matilda. Never seen her. Hi, Matilda. Matilda, don't let me down. Right, Matilda fell asleep on me. No worries. Let's go into the next one. We've got Johnny Berg. Oh, Matilda's here again. I'm going to try once again. Matilda, hello. Matilda's just playing with us. Like, I mute her, and then she clicks on it again, but she's not speaking. Matilda. Let's just move on to the next one. We have a lot of people wanting to ask questions. Adam, Johnny D, Berg, Maximus, Alonso. Let's go with Adam. I think Adam's probably going to have a nice questions for Adam. Oh, sorry. No.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha, mate. Let's go, Johnny.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on?
Hey, I got a question for DK. This is I'm definitely behind community-powered tokens. I'm just wondering in the future if you guys are going to engage the community as far as potential new use cases or things like that.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, 100%. So we are focusing our main efforts on this first use case, and then once we get this rolled out and get this developed, that's when we'll look to shift our focus to other points like NFT marketplaces, D-app development, and then just furthering that project, because I'm a firm believer that you should have your eggs in sort of one basket and not have them spread out, because you just end up rushing 5 different things instead of focusing on one thing. So put all your focus into the one thing and then look to branch out. Don't try and do bits and pieces. Otherwise you just end up with 5 half jobs rather than one complete job. And so our main focus right now is that initial play to earn, and then we'll look to roll further stuff out as we go.
Cool. I appreciate your answer. Thanks for having me again, Benson.
Lovely, Jenny. Thank you so much. We're going to jump into the next one. I think Nina wants to ask a question. Nina.
Hi, guys. Hey, how are you?
Doing very well. Doing very well. How are you?
Very good, thank you. It sounds like a very good project, but I just have a question that I've been thinking of like all today is how come you guys don't pay people that offer a service for you?
If this is the Blockfolio, I'm going to address this now because I'm sure you're going to come back. But
Thank you.
you had someone message me saying that you were going to list us on Blockfolio and then came back and said that we needed to pay you before any details would be shown. You then provided a screenshot of a chart that was not ours and still demanded payment. So that is why I have cut it off, and I'm not going to continue this conversation with this person. And if anyone has any concerns, they're more than welcome to DM me and I can show you the screenshots of everything that's happened. And I straight away cut the guy off and said, I'm not dealing with someone like that. Thanks very much. Everything else we've paid for.
No worries, GK. I have been noticed about that before from Adam first. I didn't know Nina was in that too. As I said,
Yeah,
guys,
so
we're looking
we're very transparent. We've paid for everything, but we've got this one person who decided that they said they would list us on Blockfolio, came back, then said, "Oh, I need $500 before I can show you details on it," and that's not how I deal with things. If you're going to say you're going to do something, you do it fully, and if you don't deliver, I'm going to cut you off. And then he proceeded to send a chart that wasn't ours. It had a chart that had been listed, had been live for like a month, and said, "Here you go, here's your proof." And straight away, that's a red flag for me, and I'm not going to deal with someone like that.
Fair enough.
I'm straight to the point, and if someone's going to do that to me, then I'm just going to cut you off.
It is very, very hard to judge situations when you haven't been there. So I'm going to be super neutral for this one. We have no problems with that. We're here to ask important questions related to the project. So I don't care about what's going on behind it. I do trust your word, as well as I want to keep going with the decent questions. So guys, we're here to ask.
Cheers.
We're here to ask proper questions. If you have anything to deal with GK in private, just do it in private. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you deal with things like adults that we are. So
I agree. You kind of look a bit childish coming on and doing stuff like that.
I do believe so. I mean, just keep
We'll
it
move
private, please. Again, next questions. Let's hope this one is all right. El Pamp Star.
Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you doing?
Good, good. Now my question is, now I heard you guys, I've been listening to you guys, and they talk about the game that you guys are getting ready to come out with, and I think that's awesome. But let's say you're a new investor and you're not into games. What would stand out to them that would want to encourage them to buy into your project rather than the next Sheba project?
I guess because you've got that opportunity to win something, and we've seen really, really good response to people wanting to win stuff, and that is the main focus. So the more that you hold in DaddyShiba, the more you're likely to win. And I think even from people that aren't a dedicated gamer, we're making the game not difficult. So something that's relatively simple that everybody can play. You don't have to be a hardcore gamer to enjoy it. You don't have to be a hardcore gamer to play it. But trying to bring both those two spaces together. So I understand that people might not want to play games, and I think that's where our focus will need to shift to once we've got this developed, and that's where we start expanding. Yeah. So we've got the NFT marketplace, we've got our name in different aspects once we get this first initial case done.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Lovely question. Thank you so much, El Pump. We have time for a few more questions. Hopefully they will be meaningful. As I said, guys, we are here to ask meaningful questions about the project. Anything else that might have happened to you or not, you can talk about it in private. Just telling you, if it's not related to the project, you'll be straight up muted and kicked out of the AMA. So let's go into the next question. GK, you choose this one. I feel like I'm going to choose.
Barag can go next. He's had his hand up for a while.
Let's go for Barag. Barag. Hello, Barag.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello, Benson. Yeah, hello, GK. First of all, congratulations on successful launch of token.
Thanks.
I have seen your roadmap, and there is no, fixed timeline. May I know um, uh, what will be the progress by in the next 6 to 1 year?
Oh, yes, yeah, you're correct. There is no timeline. I guess we couldn't really put a specific timeline on it, but we are trying to get most of phase 2 done by this year. So having our first initial steps of the game developed and everything like. So the first game we're hoping to have out in the next week. We've had it on our website live already. We're just trying to implement the leaderboard on it, which will end up being a manual process to begin with in terms of awarding the prizes. The main game we're hoping to sort of get developed and have live in the next sort of 2 to 3 months at the maximum. We just haven't really put a timeline on it because we all know that timelines get pushed out, and we don't want to be promising something and not delivering on that promise. So once that game's developed, that's when we'll look to move on to that next phase and look at the NFT marketplace, the DApps, and we would like to have everything implemented as much as possible in the next sort of 6 months. We've got people that we can look to develop the NFTs, have that NFT marketplace and everything live pretty quickly. So in terms of that, it's not a stretch. It's more just getting this first phase rolled out, and the gaming aspect is going to be what's going to have the biggest delays. So once we've got that nailed down, then we can look to put more of a set timeline on things. So once we get the concept, etc., underway, we can have a bit more of a solid time frame. But I do appreciate that we should probably look to put some sort of phasing or some sort of roadmap together as to the stages of that and when we can expect different things to be delivered.
Sounds good to me, Bert.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
I'm happy that answered your question. Lovely answer there. Let's go for Zombie now. Zombie B&B Dev. Hi, Zombie.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't actually mean to click that.
Oh, sorry, mate. No worries.
Sorry, mate. That's my bad. My bad.
Happy having you, anyways. Happy having you in the AMA.
I know Zombie very well. He's a good guy.
That's great. Happy to have you. Who should we choose next? Guys, if you got a question, remember to click on the button so I can see you. Wave your hands. Maximus.
I want to be like Trey. Oh, yeah.
And want to be like Trav too, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, thanks, Benson.
That's right, brother.
All right, yeah, I have a question, like about reward tokens. Okay, if there is not enough buying and selling going on, are others still going to get the rewards? And how is DaddyShiba going to tackle this problem?
Yeah, great. So yeah, you pretty much nailed it. If there's no volume, the rewards are minimal. We've still had pretty good volume over the last 24 hours. So as that volume decreases, that's when we look to increase the marketing. And we're hoping this game is also going to increase that volume. So like I said, we're trying to tie the game back into DaddyShiba. So the more you hold, the more you're rewarded. So we're hoping that aspect will keep the volume up, and people will be encouraged to buy in those lower times to bring their bag holding up.
So how are the smaller investors protected?
How are you protected, did you say?
I mean the smaller investors.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
Okay, I mean how the smaller investors, are they protected? Because it seems only the larger investors are going to benefit from the rewards.
Well, yeah, so the rewards are distributed based on your holdings, so you're still protected, but that is like anything, that the more you hold, the more of the portion of the rewards you will get. We're running constant giveaways, we're running a whole bunch of other stuff. You've got the Doge rewards, so if you want to increase that holding, you can always exchange those rewards, put it back into the chart. Any giveaways that we do are eligible for everybody. So we are trying to include as much people as possible, but we also do need those larger holders to hold and to keep that floor as well. So we need to incentivize everybody, which is what we're trying to do currently.
All right, thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you so much. I want to be like Trav. Don't try to be like other people. Try to be yourself. Be better than others. Let's go on with the next one. Ben Victor maybe has a question. Not too sure. And then Maximus. And then Erica. And then we'll be probably done. Ben Victor, what's up, mate?
All right, I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Doing very well.
All right. I actually checked through the roadmap and I've seen that the next thing we have there is the P2E game. So I just wanted to know if this game is gonna be playable on, the iOS, or is it also going to be playable on the Android phones also.
Yeah, so it's going to be. Sorry, I'm just getting ready for our boys' soccer. It's going to be on our website, so it will be played. It will be available to be played on our website initially, and once the D app gets developed, that's when it will look to go to iOS and Android at the same time.
Okay, is it just going to be just on the laptop, or is it going to be playable on the phone also?
No, it's going to be it'll be playable on all platforms.
Okay, on both sides. All right.
Yeah. So initially the website, and then it will get rolled out further on.
Okay, that's fair.
Thanks, Ben. Lovely. The next one is Erica, and then Maximus. Erica, hello. Erica just left us. Erica, have you got a question for us? We can't hear you. Can you hear Erica, GK? No, right?
No.
I guess she tried to speak, but it was just not working. So Erica, we're just gonna move on to the next one. We can't hear you, unfortunately, Erica. Hopefully next time. Maybe something wrong with your mic. Okay, let's move on. Move on to the next one. Ben Victor already asked. Maximus was pretty insisting. Maximus, hello, my friend.
Hi, mate. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. Pretty straightforward question. So the blockchain NFT game is giving a lot of popularity, right? But most of these games are very expensive. So, and they sort of present a barrier to entry for newbies. So the game you're about to develop, will it be cheap and affordable for an average player? What kind of measures have you put in place to help onboard more mainstream users?
The game will be free to play. It's not going to be expensive to play at all. It's a play to earn. It's not a play. We're not making it that you have to buy things to be eligible to play it. All we're saying is that the more that you hold, the more that your score will be rewarded. So you still do have the chance to win, even if you hold minimum amounts. So the incentive is there to buy the DaddyShiba, but we're not forcing you to. So there'll be no payment at all required to play it.
Okay, so I'm thinking for the international users, where there are regulations regarding these tokenized sort of assets. I mean, I think there was something about SEC bringing some rule about these game plays being sort of some security law, something of that sort. Have you heard anything about it? Tokenized assets as in running and follow some security laws or something of that sort. I'm not really sure if you've read anything about it.
Well, in terms of security, there's not going to be any security breaches or anything like that, because we're not going to ask you to connect your wallet. We're not going to ask you to do anything. It's going to be all done through a secure server. with the
A secure what? A secure server.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I messed up with that part. And then finally, so let's say for those who are not the non-gamers, what are you trying to appeal to them as well, or is this specifically just for gamers?
Yeah, so that would be further down the line. So the whole playing to win is what we're trying to encourage people to get into that game, and we find that a lot of people that even if they're not a gamer will still play games to try and win stuff. And then once we get that done, a bit further down the line is when we'll look to implement the NFTs and further use case to encourage further investors.
So I didn't catch the last part. Your line was breaking.
So our main focus is the game, and we believe that even people that don't play games will still play games to try and win stuff. And we've seen that throughout the Telegram already, that people are playing the games in the Telegram to win. And then once that's completed, that's when we'll look to implement like the NFTs and further things that will encourage people that aren't gamers to also invest.
That was a good enough answer. Is that okay, Maximus? Did you get what you were looking for? Maximus?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I was just asking, did you get that you were looking for? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I heard some rambunctious noise over there. He's got kids in the house, I think.
It's all right. Yeah, I got that anyway. Cheers, Maximus. Once again.
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Love having your questions, mate. Thank you for coming once again. Right, guys. I wanted to just round it up here. It's been an hour. It's been a very, very nice hour. Having a chat with GK, talking a little about DaddyShiba. As we always say, do your own research. You have the information about the project in the group. So again, it's just time for you to do your own research. It's time for you to join the group if you're interested, if it looks nice for you. And that's it. It's just time for you to do your own bit. So, GK, I wanted to thank you so much for your time. I appreciate having you. You mute it. You literally mute it right now.
Sorry, it's a bit rushed. I'm just we've got our boys soccer to go to right now. But
That's
yeah, thanks
okay.
very much for
That's
having
okay.
us.
No worries.
Yeah, it was great, and it was great talking to you all. And yeah, if you guys got
That's
any
great.
other questions, feel free to give me a private message. I'm happy to respond.
Lovely, mate. So yeah, guys, do your own research, as I said. If you like the project, join the Telegram. GK will also answer your questions privately. And with that said, have a very, very good night. Remember, we have another AMA coming up later on, 2 hours from now. Next AMA will be here. So have a good one. I'll see you later. And thank you so much, GK. Thank you, DaddyShiba. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks for having us. Cheers.
Thank you, brother.